Check out what happens when you open up this card. You get this slider pop-up action. This fun fold card is going to blow your mind how cool it is, but also how really simple it is. I'm going to show you step by step how to make that mechanism. Don't need any fancy tools, just a cardstock, and it's so easy. So I'm so excited to show you. My name's Julie Baca. Welcome to Sunny Day Stamping. Let's get started. To make the pop-up mechanism, you need a card base, and then check this out, just 2 pieces of cardstock to make all that magic happen. So we're gonna need to do some scoring. So get out your scoreboard, or you can use your paper trimmer. So this is our card base, just scored right in half. The other piece that needs scoring is this strip of paper. Now, all the measurements are going to be on the blog post, sunnydaystamping.com. The print and make project sheet that I emailed out this morning also has all of the measurements right here. So you can print this out. You can scan this with your phone, so you can come right back to this video to see how it's assembled. And you'll have the measurements for all, well, I'm going to make 4 cards. They'll have measurements for 4 cards on this project sheet. So make sure you're on my email list to get this and download it right away. It's free for that first week. Then it goes to my tutorial store. At the end of the month, I bundle them all up and put them in my tutorial store. So I like to have it printed so that I don't have to reference my phone every time. So we're going to do 3/4 of an inch, 5 3/8. Now, let me tell you about eighths. It is so easy to measure on this scoreboard. Let me bring this up here. Every one of these little hash marks is an eighth. So when I say 5 3/8, go to the 5 and then count 3. 1, 2, 3, and that is where you score. But you can't do it up in the air like that. Hold up, let me do like this. There we go. The next one is 7 1/8. So you're gonna go to the 7 and then just move over 1 little mark. So I know eighths are intimidating, but really, if you just count these little hash marks, it's so easy. So 7 1/8, 7 5/8, and then 9 1/4. Again, all those measurements are on my blog post or on the project sheet. Now go ahead and fold on all of those score lines. Don't worry about which direction they are folding. Just crease them nice and good, making sure that they are really straight so that when you fold it over, it's not askew like that. Make sure it is lined up really perfectly. The more straight it is, the better the slide action will be. Oh, you can see, look, see how that was just a little bit off? I wasn't paying attention. Make sure it's nice and straight. And one more right here. So now you've got this long strip with a short fold on this end and a longer tab on this end. So, and I'm just gonna mark here where you're gonna put your glue on this, on both ends, on the side facing up to you. You can use tear and tape if you like to have it all having the adhesive on it before you go putting your card together. I really prefer the liquid glue, so that is what I'm gonna use. The other part you're gonna need is this piece, and you're gonna put glue here and here. So now let me show you how this goes together just the easy way. This short end is gonna be folded under, and the rest of these fold lines are gonna fold around like this. So they're all folding in the same direction. So now, that's why I said, don't worry about folding it the right direction when you're burnishing it, because once you train it in this way, now you can go back and make sure it's folded in that right direction. So again, I'm gonna take that strip. This is gonna be folded down under, and this is gonna be wrapped around like this, so that this end is going to be flat against that piece, and you can see that is our little pop-up, and this is where you add your thing that you want to pop up. But you can't just stick this in your card like this. It's not going to slide. That's why you need this piece of cardstock. And you put glue on these ends because you go and you add it to your card base with this underneath and wrapped around. So let's go ahead and attach this. So I'm going to put glue here. This piece, remember, that's going to be our glue once we put it in our card. I'm not going to glue it right now because I'm using liquid glue and don't want to get it everywhere. But now this panel, we're going to line up this score line with the edge here, and we're going to put it in the middle. You can measure it or you can eyeball it. And then you can see there's the glue, and we're just going to glue it to the inside there. Double check that everything is nice and straight in the center and press it down. So that's how that looks. So really, it's just dangling off of here right now. So now it's kind of like a T. So now we're just gonna wrap this around like we had it before, like this. And now this section is going to go into our card. This piece is actually going to be attached to the front of our card, but I've got an easy way for attaching that. The first thing we're going to do though is we're going to attach this piece to our card base. We're going to put glue here, but I want to show you first what you're going to do. So what we're doing is going to line up this piece in the center of our card, push this slider so that it is lined up with the fold line of your card base. Make sure everything is nice and straight like that. So then this is going to be flattened out. So now you can see that is not going to work. That's extending past, and this is too far away from my fold line. So I'm going to push this closer. That's kind of me double checking that I have this in the center. And so this is what it's going to look like when we glue this. So now I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to add glue. But if you had done tear and tape, you can just tear that off. And we're going to put it right in the center. I was just kind of eyeballing it before, and now I'm really going to put it down. So you want to make sure it's straight along the top and bottom, and that this is not extending past your card, and this end is butted up against that fold line. Now we're going to put glue right here. And the easy way to do this is just to close your card. Hold it there until the glue dries. And now when you open it, it is pulling that slider so that it pops up. So check that out. You can see that action is just so simple, but this is so cool, has so many applications for making really cool interactive cards. So let me show you, we're just gonna quickly decorate this card, and then I have some others to share with you just to give you ideas. I'm gonna just put some designer series paper on the front. This is the beautiful bokeh. It comes in all these really playful, beautiful colors. So of course I made a card with each of these. Now this is optional, but I took that same designer series paper and cut panels to kind of cover up a lot of that mechanism. So when you put on this designer series paper, you want to make sure it is flush against the top. And I can see that I made a mistake when I attached this piece, the cardstock piece, it was kind of going over the edge there a little bit. So when you make it, be more careful than I was being. Now, if you put this together and these little pieces don't fit exactly, it's because your slider wasn't in the center. And you can see that my slider wasn't exactly in the center. It's kind of really close on this edge and has a little gap here. But it looks just fine once you get all your stuff in there. Now to decorate my card, I'm gonna be using the cutest crew. It is so adorable. Got dogs and cats and birds and little footprints. It's just so cute. So I'm actually gonna take those little footprints and I'm gonna put them on my slider here and then on the card base on this side, so that when I close it and open it, you can see those. Now on that pop-up, I am going to put these little puppies. I'm stamping on my Stampin' Pierce mat just to make sure I get a nice, good, deep impression. And now I'm just going to quickly color in these puppies using the Stampin' Blends markers. These are alcohol markers that come in a pack of 2, one light and one dark. So you can really add a quick dimension to your images that just really brings them to life. So I used the light crumb cake all over that puppy, and now I'm using the dark just to highlight a little bit. Now I'm going to do something similar on this puppy. I'm going to color him all in, but then I'm going to color his ears pecan pie. There, that was really so quick. Now I'm just gonna color in the flowers with Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green for the leaves. So once you have your images colored in, you can use scissors to cut them out if you don't have the die set. You don't need the die set to make this card. I am going to use the dies just to cut that out. You want to cut it out all in one strip, not individual puppies. The die set cuts out the cats, the dogs, the birds, and then it has little cute little ones that you can just cut right out of cardstock, and then these great accent strips. I'm not using all of this, but boy, you could do so many fun things. So there we go. That just cut that into just a fun little strip that we're going to put on our card. Now you could glue that right on here if you want, but I cut out some circles. I use the Stylish Shapes dies to cut out a large circle for the inside of our card, and then a large circle and one smaller for the front of our card. So this is for the inside of our card. We're just going to put a little happy birthday up here, and then glue these little puppies down, just putting a little line of glue along there and pop it right there. Next, you're just going to put a little bit of glue right on this little platform here and attach that. That was so quick and easy and looks so cool. And like I said, this can apply to so many different stamp sets. You got to wait. You got to not be it's so impatient. You got to wait longer for that to attach. There. Now you can see how it moves up and down. Now for our card, I'm going to build a belly band to close this because this is not going to stay closed, not with that big thing in there. This is going to look so great standing up on somebody's desk. So just grab a sentiment from that stamp set and stamp it right in the center of the white circle and glue that to your coordinating color. And now grab a strip of cardstock for your belly band. And then grab those little paws. I have to use these again. They're just so cute. Just stamp all the way. This is optional, but so adorable. Now, a tip for making belly bands is to kind of condition the paper in a rounded way so that it will go around your card more easily. I like to put the seam in the front when I know I'm going to be covering it up with something. So we're going to do like this. We don't want to make it too tight. We're going to put a little glue here and then a little glue on the inside of the other side and wrap it around. But make sure there's a little bit of give so you can get this on and off. And there's a reason why you do this at the end of making your card so that whatever thickness it is, you can make your belly band wider so that it will be able to slide on and off more easily. There, then we put that circle right in the front, covering up the seam of our card. And then we just open this up and pop. Whoops. There, it was glued a little bit. Let's try that again. That was very anticlimactic. So you open it up and it just pops right out like that. I've got some others to show you, but first I'm going to show you how to quickly make a matching envelope. When you cut your designer series paper, you're going to have a little bit left over from cutting that out. And so I'm like, oh, this is perfect for making an envelope. I like to fold my envelope back to really show that fold line. And then you line up your paper with the fold line. Use your bone folder to smoosh that glue around. Then you're going to flip it over, take your scissors and trim around the edge. They're so quick, but then makes a perfectly matching envelope. Okay, here is the other one. This is also with the puppies. I used pecan pie for the little muddy footprints on this one. And then there's inside, this is just using balmy blue. Everything else is the same. Now for all the cat lovers out there, this is the little kitty one. Isn't that so cute? And then lastly, these are the little birds, which would be so cute for springtime cards and just so cheerful. I hope you give this pop-up mechanism a try. Put anything on the front of there to make it pop out. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. I have a new video every Friday and lots of fun fold videos. For more card making ideas, I put out 2 card making classes every month. They're new each month. One is a techniques, templates, and fun fold. So you'll learn a technique, you'll learn a fun fold and template, and then a regular template and cards to go with it. The other class is a bundle of the month video class. So you'll get 16 ideas for that one bundle. This month, in the month of March, is the cutest crew, the one we use today. This is my card for this video class. But I collaborate with 15 other demonstrators, so you're going to get great ideas. So you'll get 16 total ideas on how to use that. The way to get these is, one, to purchase them in my tutorial store, but when you shop with me and place your Stampin' Up! Order with me for $50, you get the technique, templates, and fun folds. And when your order reaches $75, you get both of these classes for free. Also, my team members get my template classes for free. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a sunny day.